Corvus Gold, and we'll have Jeff Pontius presenting. He's president and CEO of Corvus Gold. Quite excited to get an update from him as they had drill results yesterday. So I'm looking forward to hearing from Jeff and appreciate that.
Great, thanks, Kai. Appreciate it. Well, we're still in Nevada. We've gone down to southern Nevada now, and this is our Bullfrog District project area. We're about 2 hours north of Las Vegas. This is a great slide. It shows our new Mother Lode discovery in the foreground, and then also shows in the distance our new Linda Strip discovery, as well as in the far distance there, those colored hills are the new Anglo Gold discovery at Silicon. So lots of exploration going on in this area right now with 4 different major production companies working in this area, as well as Corvus Gold as the only junior. So we can look at Corvus Management. Basically, we're ex-Anglo Gold, important for us. We've brought Ron Largent on a couple of years ago, and he's now our executive chairman. Ron was the chief operating officer for Anglo Gold worldwide. He's a great mine builder and mine operator, and really brings us a talented, not only experienced person on the board, but has built a development team for us as we advance our next project to go into production, which is going to be our North Bullfrog mine. So this has been a really important addition for us. So if we look at the basics of Corvus, we got about 126 million shares out. Anglo Gold is our largest shareholder at 19.7. The Sprott Gold Fund has about the same ownership in the company at a little more than 19%. The Van Eck Group's around 7, and our management group's around 7. Company has got good cash in the treasury. We just put in place about a week ago an ATM facility for another $12.5 million US that will help fund the project through this year and into next. So we're well financed to take it forward into the next phase for us. We are listed on the NASDAQ, so a senior exchange in the US, and this is where most of our trading is. Corvus made the transition from the senior exchange in Canada on Toronto to the NASDAQ middle of last year, and we've seen trading rotate into the US market now. So we're dominantly US traded, and in fact we have about 75% of our shareholders are US. So US story, US shareholders, and a senior listing, which is very important because there are not many gold companies on the NASDAQ, and it really helps us out. So if you can take a look and see where our projects are, we're in what's called the Walker Lane, which is a big gold province on the western side of Nevada. It's dominated by epithermal, shallow open pit type mining opportunities that are dominantly heap leach. And so very similar to areas like Round Mountain, Rawhide, some of these other projects that have been mined over the last 50, 60 years in this area. So no big surprise out here at North Bullfrog. It's very similar to a Rawhide or a Round Mountain type environment, but at Mother Lode to the south, it does represent more of a Carlin Trend sediment hosted deposit. So it represents a really significant new discovery in the Walker Lane. So that's really drawn quite a bit of interest in the district. When we look at the land map here, you can see Corvus's land. It's really broken into 2 major blocks. Our North Bullfrog block, which is that lighter blue area to the north, where we're bringing our North Bullfrog project through permitting, and we'll start looking at development of that project probably at the end of 2022. And that'll be the first mine to be developed in the district. Historically, this district was dominated by the Bullfrog mine operated by Barrick Gold in the south. That mine produced about 3 million ounces of gold back in the 1990s. Corvus came here into the district in the early 2000s and has been working for about 10 years on exploration and definition of new deposits. We've got 5 of those now, 3 of them up in the North Bullfrog area, the new Mother Lode deposit, which is quite big, as well as our new Linda Strip discovery to the north of Mother Lode. In addition, you can see that now we're pretty crowded here. We've got Anglo Gold to the north, Coeur Mining to the south in the Mother Lode area. We have Kinross on the east and west side of the district. And then in the North Bullfrog area, we've got Anglo and Kinross off to the west of us, as well as a new entry into the area, the Augusta Gold Barrick investment that's down here in this area, Augusta Gold, and they picked up the land package here and our neighbors down on the south end of the trend, and they're very active in the district right now. So we've got Corvus sitting in the middle with 4 producers around us, and it's a very interesting position to be in as Corvus Gold. So we can look at the North Bullfrog project. This is the project that's currently going through permitting and will be the first development project that Corvus has in the area. It's a large system. The main deposit here is about 2 kilometers long and 1 kilometer wide. It's a typical open pit oxide deposit. It'll be a big heap leach operation where we have the heap leach to the north. There is a high-grade vein system within the large pit we call Sierra Blanca. We call Yellow Jacket. That's roughly around 11-12 million tons at close to 2 grams a ton. The project's very attractive. We've got cash costs that look like they're going to be under $600, all in sustaining low 700s. It's a project that's all well suited for quick development with a large water right that we own in the area. We have power to the site. We've got great access about 5 miles away from our local little town, Beatty, Nevada. And it's a very fairly simple, I would say, development plan. And we put together a development team now, which is taking this project through permitting, and we'll start detailed engineering later in this year so we can be prepared to build it when we receive the permit, which is projected now at 2022. You can look at some of the basic economics associated with this project. We use $1,500 as a base case in there. There's about $750 million of pre-tax cash flow out of the project. And we've got a NPV 5 after tax of about $450 million. What's important is capital is about $170 million. So this is a project that does about 3 times what the capital is. That's really important. It's got great leverage. We've got wonderful IRR associated with this, quick payback on it, and some great leverage. When we look at $1,900 gold, this project's sitting there with about $1.3 billion in cash flow and over $800 million in NPV after tax. 5%. So this is a definite go-to development project, and that's exactly what we're doing. Our Mother Lode project, which sits about 10 kilometers away from North Bullfrog, is, as I say, a unique new discovery. It's a sediment-hosted system. It sits in the eastern belt of the district that now occupies a number of discoveries from Coeur Mining to the south with their Seahorse discovery, Mother Lode here, our new Linda Strip discovery, and then in the distance Anglo Gold Silicon discovery. This is a very prolific area of the district, and with our current drilling going on and all the other drilling going on by Coeur and Anglo here, this area really looks like it's going to pop into one of those mega gold belts that we see in Nevada from time to time. So lots of great opportunity. We can look at the Mother Lode itself, which we've got a very good resource on right now. We've been drilling on this to expand it. Looks like we're going to make a nice expansion when we restate the resource in September of this year. The initial project looked great. I mean, this is a project at $1,500. It's got $550 million of cash flow and over $300 million of after-tax NPV. It does have a relatively high capital for us, $400 million. That's because there's going to be a large mill here for the higher grade ore in this system. And that project is going to be financed through the cash flow generated out of North Bullfrog. So this is our next step of adding. We'll go from 150,000 ounces a year at North Bullfrog and then add in about 150 to 200,000 ounces a year here from Mother Lode, and that'll bring us up to about 300,000 ounces a year and really propel Corvus Gold into being a mid-tier Nevada gold producer. So this is a very important project for us, and it's receiving a lot of exploration for us right now. Great economics associated with this. $600 cash costs, all in sustaining at around $700. Pretty simple system. We have dominantly oxide run-of-mine ore in this project, but we do have a sulfide body here as well, and we'll process that via tank bio-ox, very similar to what AngloGold's doing at the Obuasi mine. So we can look at the cross-section here and see where some of our new drilling is going on. We've had great success under the deposit where there's a large oxide zone that we're currently working on that project right now. So we look at our one quick section through here. We now defined higher grade areas within the Mother Lode project. We call them feeder zones, and those zones are getting some good attention from our drilling. We just announced, as Kai said yesterday, some new results on what we call the northern feeder. That's still wide open for us, so we'll see what comes with that. There'll be more drilling on that that'll be available to the public here over the next few months. Linda Strip is a really exciting new discovery. It's actually a fairly thin strip of ground that Corvus has here, although there is a major new oxide discovery here. The potential of this system on Corvus's ground is in the neighborhood of 500,000 ounces. When we look at the overall system, including Coeur Mining's ground to the south and AngloGold's ground to the north, this is a system that could easily exceed 3 to 4 million ounces. Quite thick and very exciting new discovery that was actually just made 6 months ago. So this is a really exciting thing for people to watch. You can see what we kind of envision as the system and all of the Coeur drill pads to the south and the Anglo ones to the north, and our drilling along this strip of ground, which is very important strategically because it's right in the middle of this new big oxide deposit that's got quite good grade in it. And so that's important. I think we'll see a section on the next slide. You can get an idea of just what this looks like. It's quite thick at 150 meters to 200 meters thick. It's all oxide and under about 100 to 150 meters of cover. So it was a blind discovery. It was something that wasn't exposed at surface. And we're really developing some great new results along the vein systems that we're finding within this very large round mountain type deposit. So this is going to be really a major drilling focus by AngloGold, by us, and by Coeur Mining over the next probably 12 to 18 months. You can see where it lies. We've got a nice geophysical section through there. We've got a number of other targets that we'll be looking at along that way, along that path. And you can see we've had some good results from our South Merlin target. We'll be drilling our Owl Creek shortly. Basically, these two deposits that we have now at Mother Lode and North Bullfrog really fall into a highly accretive position with our surrounding landowners, the production companies. That's AngloGold, that's Barrick, that's Coeur, and also Kinross. So we're in a good spot here. Corvus is, as I say, the only junior sitting here in this particular area. So you can see some of the exploration going on in the area right now. It's very important, I think, to keep in mind that this is a district that's evolving. It was a big mining district back in the 1990s. It went dormant for several years. Corvus came back, reinvigorated this district, made a series of discoveries which brought a lot of attention and interest. The land package basically got pegged pretty much all the way around. And now we've got the attention, I think, of major producers and as well as interesting people that are looking at this district for becoming the next Nevada real gold play, and it's a great opportunity. This is an area that just hasn't seen a lot of exploration, modern day exploration, until Corvus came in here and really started doing a lot of work. Many of these guys have their own discoveries now. There's a lot of momentum driving the activity that's going on right now. So that's basically what we've got going here at Corvus Gold. Lots of activity. We've got a great management team that's now translating itself, or transitioning, I should say, into becoming more of a producer. We're going to be able to get that initial North Bullfrog project going, and that looks like a really important next step for Corvus Gold. We're in a great location. Not only are we in Nevada, we're in Nye County in Nevada, very mining friendly area. We're very close, 2 hours away from the largest cat dealership in the world in Las Vegas, and great infrastructure on the site. Not only do we have water on these two project areas that we own, but we also have power there, grid power to all these project sites, and a great ability to develop them and operate them cheaply. We've got an exceptional exploration area where it's been delivering great new discoveries for us all along. And I think we're just starting to define what the potential of this district really is. Our share structure is very solid, good institutional ownership. Roughly about 70% is institutional or strategic ownership of Corvus, and we don't do warrants in this company, so we have a pretty tight share structure going forward.
Fantastic. Jeff, I got to stop you at this point. You mentioned the district consolidation. I think that's going to be a major part of what's happening. I can't wait to have you back on the program fairly soon to talk about developments in the area as well. I wanted to ask you a couple more questions, but we ran out of time, unfortunately. Sorry. But I know Bernie asked a couple questions here in the chat, which I think you should answer and get to. Everybody else, if you have any more questions for Jeff, I think it was really insightful. The area around Beatty is truly heating up. I'm excited the Augusta group is in there. Anglo Gold Ashanti, Core are massively drilling. Jeff, really appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much this morning.